Hi, I'm Rolfe from Idea Power. We're a brand agency that's exceptionally obsessed with building the value of our clients' brands. And brand is a word that tends to stump a lot of business people. Something we are very passionate about is educating our clients, giving them the key insights to help them manage their brand and gain value in the long run. This is the first part in a series where we're going to be talking to you about how to maximize the growth of your brand value. To see real business results, that's profits, that's revenue. So what is a brand? To quote Jeff Bezos, a brand for a company is like a reputation for a person. You earn reputation by trying to do the hard things well. So I want to share with you 4 key principles in understanding reputation and managing it for your brand. First principle, don't chase short-term sales that can hurt your brand down the line. Now, we get it. Revenue is the lifeblood of every business, and getting sales is so critical. But if you do so while ignoring the possible downsides for your brand, it could be massively damaging. A good example of this is luxury brands in the mid-90s. They had seen immense growth of the 80s and wanted to capitalize on this growth. So they thought what they could do is simply expand their product line, slap their logo on whatever they could, and people would buy it. Well, they were right, people did. But what they didn't do was maintain quality and brand essence in their product line expansion. So simply put, as their products grew, so the quality came down. 2 or 3 years down the road, they found that they were closing stores and that revenues were at an all-time low. So the lesson here is go for sales, go for growth, but make sure you're expanding in a way that makes sense for your business, that sticks to the core of your brand, who you are and what you're about, because your customers won't get it any other way. Second principle, don't dismiss an opportunity to build your reputation, even if it means a loss in revenue in the short term. So what does this mean? Create something that positions your brand in a way that is favorable to your reputation. A great example of this is Oakley. Everyone knows Oakley as an outdoor sports brand that is on the edge. And what they did to show this was they developed a pair of sunglasses that cost more to make than what they sold them for. And you're saying, why did they do this? Well, simply put, because these glasses, which were amazing, as you were coming down a mountain on a set of skis, you could see how fast you were going, your rate of descent, your altitude, etc., etc. It was like being in a sci-fi movie as you were skiing. The hype that this created for their brand saw significant increases in all their other product lines. So people bought more t-shirts, they bought more regular sunglasses, because they saw Oakley as a brand that was cool, that was on the edge of what they did. Take this and think about it for your business. What is it that you can do for your customers that shows that you're at the edge, you are on top of your game? Even if that costs you a little bit in the short term, it will build your reputation in the long term, which will help you increase your revenue. The third principle, a good reputation equals long-term revenue. You're going, yeah, that's pretty obvious. But what I want you to keep in mind with this principle is 2 basic human emotional states. State number 1, anger at unmet expectations. Understand that every time you do not meet a customer expectation, you are destroying your reputation, which can hurt you down the line. Flip side of that, every time you meet, or even better, exceed your customer's expectation, you're building reputation which you can bank on down the line to grow your sales. That's why brands that have strong reputation are able to better forecast their sales and better plan their revenue streams. Second point, fear of the unknown. If you gain reputation, people will be more loyal because their fear of trying something new that they're not sure of. If you're the tried and true brand in your space, you can see that the revenue will be sustainable and will grow over long term. Principle number 4, reputation is more fragile now than it has ever been before. I think this one is a no-brainer, but not all businesses are getting it. With the internet and social media, there is nowhere for your brand to hide. If you mess up, people will know about it. The key is understanding how to respond, because all of us mess up. No brand is perfect, and people know this. But what they are looking for is how does the brand respond when they mess up? And there is data to prove that if you mess up, but make it right, that people are even more loyal to your brand than they were prior to the mess up. So these are the 4 key things to keep in mind in terms of managing and growing your brand's reputation. In our next video, we will talk about unlocking the power of promise in building brand value. Thank you for watching.